In the land of Ile-Oluji, where every sunrise sang of harvest and harmony, a wise king ruled, a man not just of titles but of timeless insight. His name was Oba Adekunle, and to his people he was more than a monarch. He was a teacher, a guardian of peace, a vessel of ancient wisdom. Among the many who served in the palace were two young men, Ade and Olu, friends since childhood, yet as different as day and night. Ade was quick-witted and full of life, but often impatient. His father, a blacksmith, filled the air with the clang of hammers, while his mother traded wares at the market, shouting over prices and laughter. Olu, by contrast, was quiet and observant. His family were farmers, people of the soil, hands in the earth, hearts in the sky. One dry season morning, as drums echoed faintly across the hills, Oba Adekunle called his court to the palace courtyard. "The time has come for me to choose a chief advisor," he said, his voice deep and deliberate. "One who will help guide Ile-Oluji with wisdom and care." Turning to Ade and Olu, he declared, "By sunset, each of you must bring me what you believe is the most important thing in our village. Think well. The one who brings the truest answer shall stand beside me in council." There was a hush. Then Ade bowed quickly, his eyes already shining with ambition. He turned and rushed off in a cloud of dust. Olu remained still, eyes scanning the horizon. Then he bowed slowly and walked away, thoughtful. Ade's haste. Ade's feet flew like the wind. It must be something grand, he thought, something the king himself treasures. He arrived at the palace treasury, where the guards stood over the Oba's riches. With persuasive words and confident gestures, he convinced them to open the royal vault. Inside, golden ornaments gleamed, but Ade's eyes locked onto the royal scepter, a long gem-encrusted staff symbolizing the king's authority. "This is it," he declared, "the scepter. Power, wealth, and status all in one." Meanwhile, Olu took a different path. He walked through the village slowly, like a man listening to a story the world was telling. At the marketplace, he saw Mama Abeni giving a yam to a hungry child without asking for payment. By the school hut, Baba Ogundi, the storyteller, sat with children at his feet, passing down proverbs from their ancestors. In the fields, Farmer Kola bent low, planting with careful hands that had fed the village for decades. Near the stream, he heard the laughter of a young girl, Amina, collecting water with bright eyes and brighter dreams. Olu stopped beneath the great Irako tree, its branches whispering through the air. "It is not gold that makes Ile-Oluji strong," he whispered. "It is the people." He returned to the palace, not with an object, but with the soul of the village. Mama Abeni, Baba Ogundi, Farmer Kola, and little Amina walking beside him. As the sun dipped low, the palace courtyard filled with villagers eager to witness the result. Ade stepped forward first, chest puffed out, holding the royal scepter high. "Your Majesty," he said, "this scepter represents your power and our village's greatness. It is the most important thing in Ile-Oluji." The king studied it in silence. Its gold sparkled in the last rays of sun. Then Olu stepped forward, flanked by the four villagers. "Your Majesty," Olu said, "I bring no treasure of gold. I bring the true wealth of Ile-Oluji, its people. Mama Beni, whose kindness feeds us. Baba Ogundi, who carries our wisdom. Farmer Kola, whose hands nourish our land, and Amina, the joy and promise of our tomorrow." The crowd fell quiet. Even Ade's smile faded as he slowly began to understand. Oba Adekunle stood, his voice calm and deep. "Ade, you brought a fine symbol. But what is a symbol without substance? Olu, you have shown wisdom beyond years. The scepter shines, but it is the people who give it meaning." With joy, the king took Olu's hand. "From this day forward," he proclaimed, "Olu shall be my chief advisor, for he understands what truly sustains a kingdom." The villagers erupted in cheers. Ade, humbled, bowed low to Olu. "I rushed for gold," he said quietly, "but you saw the soul." Olu replied gently, "Even the fastest runner must sometimes pause to see the path." From that day on, under Olu's counsel, Ile-Oluji flourished. Its people remembered that their greatest treasure was not held in vaults but in one another. And whenever anyone forgot, Oba Adekunle would remind them with an old saying, "Niyan las." But it is people who are the king's finest garment.